Hey guys, it's April. I just wanted to come on and show you guys the new Cricut Joy. Again, I am not a product expert. My videos are not paid by Cricut or sponsored in any way. I purchased mine just like you guys purchase yours. But I am going to do an unboxing for you and give you my honest opinion on the machine. And I thought that I would let you guys go on that journey with me. So just like you would be getting your machine and opening it up and checking it out, hooking it up, and going over the materials just the same. And it's got a pretty good weight to it. Pretty heavy for a small size, in my opinion, but that's the box and everything. Not saying that it's heavy, I'm just saying that it feels very well made. And also in the box, we have a little envelope here. It says open me. We're going to open that up. And we have our little baby mat in there. And our getting started tells you about the vinyl sample. Got a piece of cardstock, piece of vinyl in there, your FCC statement, which you get with all electronics, and go to Cricut.com setup. And then 3, how to use your machine. So we're going to set that to the side. We're going to be using those. Actually, I'm not going to be using that cardstock. I will be using the vinyl piece. And we're going to pull out the center here, and here are all of our cords. And we have a pen. And that looks like it. That's in the box. Put this back in there. I'm just going to hold out my little piece of vinyl here for our test cut. And I'm going to close that up and move that out of the way. Now, I did purchase some other items. I purchased a second small mat. It comes with one. So it's the same thing. And then I purchased the 12-inch mats. Now when cutting vinyl, the smart vinyl, you don't need a mat. Okay, you can cut it without a mat, and we're going to show you that. But if you're cutting some of your scraps and things like that, you're going to need a mat for cutting those. I also got the gel pens and the stylus pens. They are different, it appears, than the one that came with it. We're going to check that out. This is a 0.4. These are 0.3, and these are a 1.0. So that's a very fine tip on the 0.4. And just to compare it so you guys can get a visual on those. Pull one out of here. And you can see how fine that is. And this is the gel as well. So very, very, very fine tips. Hope that will focus on it. There you go. Very fine. So that's going to be the difference in your pens. Your pens from your Explorer machines and your Maker will not fit. As you all know, or you should know, any of the Explorer tools fit the Maker. The adaptive tools for the Maker do not fit anything but the Maker. All of the Joy mats and pens are strictly for the Joy. And you can see how big that gel pen is. How big the tip of that is. So, differences in the pens, that'll give you a good idea for what you're looking for. I will say, I had some ideas of things to do, and while I'm opening this up, we'll talk about that. I was very, very, very excited to do a jogging suit and use my heat press on it where I could run the iron-on down the leg, and I was super, super excited until I got to the store. And I had looked online, but I hadn't paid attention to that. It was just something that popped in my mind. That's the max size on your iron-on, 24-inch. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Iron-on is expensive. But when it comes in a 5.5 by a 24, or if you're doing glitters and stuff, a 19-inch sheet, or even the 3-color packs of these, they come in 12-inch sheets, which kind of disappointed me because I wanted to do the iron-on down the leg, because you can get this, the Smart Vinyl, in 10-foot and 20-foot rolls, which is awesome because I plan on doing a quote around the top of my room. And this will allow me to keep it all in one straight line. I don't have to worry about it. And I am super, super, super excited about that. But for $8.99 for a 24-inch by 5.5-inch sheet, I feel like that's a lot of money for the iron-on. So if you plan on doing large iron-on projects like I was talking about for the jogging suit, you're going to have to piece it. We can do that now on our makers and our Explore machines because the max we can cut is 23.5. So I was a little bit disappointed that there wasn't a long roll of iron-on like there is the vinyl. So, I mean, to me, that was a drawback for iron-on on this machine. Super excited about being able to cut up to 20 feet in a repetition. I believe it was up to 4 feet 5 times. What that means, guys, is your image can be up to 4 feet in length, and then you can repeat that image 5 times to get the 20-foot single cut out of a 20-foot roll. So your image can't be more than 4.5 feet. And I'm just taking the wrapping off of the, you don't want to leave that on because this is your, I lost my train of thought. This is the adapter for plugging it in, and that box can get hot. So I'm not going to leave the plastic on. I don't want it to overheat. So I've got everything done here. Let's go ahead and plug this in. All right. And then here is our machine, and if you'll look on the bottom, it will tell you what your machine number is. So if you're like in a room full of people and you have tons of, we're going to take out our packing. You're going to make sure you take out your packing. If you have tons of people in a room and a bunch of you have joy, you'll know which one is yours. Make sure you remove all of your packing materials. And the blade comes pre-installed. It's teeny tiny. It comes with the blade. They do sell the replacement blades. And just like your other machines, you're just going to depress the button and pull out the blade. And then you're going to replace your blade. This blade is much larger, as you can see. The blade itself looks the same, but it's the holder for it is different. So you'll be able to tell your Joy blades from your other blades. And it just, again, just drops right in there and the clamp closes. And if you're using your pen instead of the blade, you're going to remove your blade. You do not depress your pen. You just drop it in and close it. So if you're in like our others, we have to press down and they click. You don't do that with these. And I can see it up under here. You can see it. You just drop it in. Don't push on it, and then close your clamp. Okay, so very easy to do that. And they do have a writable vinyl. I don't have mine yet. I did order some from Cricut. There is one that you can write on to do labels and things like that. And then you have your card inserts. And these things are really, really neat. To use these, though, you're going to need a card mat. And I'll show you that here in just a second. We're going to do one of each. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump over to our, we're going to jump over to Design Space, and we're going to set up the joy so that you can see the next step on that. Okay guys, I'm back. I apologize. I was doing the step for step for you guys. I did get a little practice in because my picture-in-picture stopped working. And I apologize for that because I wanted you to see everything firsthand. If I made any boo-boos, which really there weren't any, so you really aren't going to miss anything. Again, we are going to jump over and we are going to go over connecting the machine. So as you can see, we're going to go to a new project, and I've got Joy selected up here in the top corner where you select which machine you're going to be working with. And we're going to go to the 3 lines, and we're going to go to new machine setup, and you're going to select your Joy, and it's saying no devices found. You're going to give it 10 inches clearance, and that, but the reason it's saying there's no device found is you need to connect it via your Bluetooth. So let's go over to, hopefully this will pop up. Yeah. And we're going to go over to our Bluetooth. Now, if you're on a Windows computer, I'm on a Mac, you're just going to go to your settings and find your Bluetooth. And I'm going to select it, and now it's going to discover devices. And I guess I have to plug my Joy in. I unplugged it. There we go. So I'm going to plug that in, and there you can see it. And I'm going to click connect. That's it. That's all you got to do is click connect. Now, if you need an update or Bluetooth or anything like that, I mean, the firmware update on the machine, it's going to ask you and it's going to tell you to update. Now, mine did take a minute right here, but I have tons of stuff running, okay? So what I did previously that you may not have seen because I lost that part of the video is I came back and I clicked on my Joy again after having it plugged in and connecting, and you see how quick that connected. That's all I did. Super simple, super easy. So we're going to hit continue, and now it's going to check for firmware updates. Mine did have an update, and you can see there it's going to ask me to update, and it's going to tell me that the machine is up to date. If it's not, mine took a few seconds. It did update, and it did it. No problem. Just follow the on-screen prompts. Hit continue, and now hit next. Now it's going to ask us to do our sample vinyl, which I used in the other video, so we lost that, but I do have vinyl. So we're going to go over that. I am just going to click something. Let's just do the bear. And I'm going to open up this vinyl. And I'm not sure if I said it in the other video. Guys, you have, the vinyl comes in 10-foot rolls, and you can cut an image. It comes in 10 and 20-foot rolls, and it comes in smaller rolls too. But the max you can cut is up to 20 feet. However, that 20 feet is not a 20-foot image. It is a 4-foot image cut 5 times, okay? And you're going to repeat that image that number of times. Now I am just going to pull this out of here. You do not need a mat with vinyl. That's the beauty of this machine. So if you're going to be doing car decals, like for windshields and stuff, and you're going to do them on site for people, this is perfect, guys. It's perfect. Great machine for that. You can take it, use it. As long as you have power, you're good to go. So we're just going to go ahead and follow our on-screen prompts here. Hopefully you can see everything side by side and it's working. It's going to tell me to prepare for the cut. Make sure my blade is in. It is. The blade is just drop in, and the pins do not push down and click. Just like your other machines, if you need to replace your blade, you're just going to pull that out and put in the new blade. It's magnetized. It's going to hold that. Just drop it in and close the clamp. So we've got that part done, and then we're going to prepare for the cut. We're going to insert our vinyl under these guides, okay? And we're just going to push it in there, and it auto loads. It's going to take it from me. And this is a 10-foot roll I have on here. I'm not worried about it. We're not cutting that much. we're just going to say go, because we're just doing the sample project here. And you can see that the cut is in progress. Make sure you have your clearance behind your machine. But again, no mat. Now, if you want to cut your scraps and stuff from your other vinyls, you're just going to put it on a mat and cut it. You need your smart vinyl because of the guides, and it's cut away here. It's going to read that. So you want to make sure that you allot for that. And now it's done. We're going to hit next, and it's going to ask us to unload. And the only way to unload it, because there are no buttons on the Joy, is right here on screen, and you're going to click unload, and it's going to spit that vinyl out. And I'm just going to cut this off. Normally I would use my trimmer, but it won't fit on camera with all this other stuff, and I want you guys to see. If you've never weeded vinyl before, you're going to remove the negative space and keep the positive. So we're just going to peel that back and remove it. Oops. A little off camera. And then right there is the little eyeball. We're going to take that out. And there's a little piece there at his ear, and we're going to take that out. Now I don't have my, oops, get that little piece out of there. It's teeny tiny. There he is. So once you've taken out all of the negative space stuff, and that stuff you're not going to use, you remove all of that. Then you have your vinyl ready for transfer. You're going to put your transfer tape over the top. You're going to flip it over and peel it from the back. Now I could probably peel this one because it's a solid image without transfer tape, but you know, I'm going to leave it until I have my tape. So super easy, super simple. Here's the one I cut with the vinyl that came with the machine, and they both cut perfectly, no problem. So the next thing, cards. Now I'm excited about this because I love paper. I like to make my cards, and I'm going to open the other box since you guys didn't see me open this one. I am a paper person. I really like to do paper. And cards sometimes take me a long time, and on the spur of the moment, I just can't do it. Because I overthink it, and I have to lay everything out. This takes the guesswork out of that. If I need a quick thank you card or a congrats card, I can use these inserts, and these are not the holographic ones. I have them ordered. They have some that have the really pretty inserts and things like that that you can do. I'm just going to go with, I don't know, blue and gray. Let's go with blue and gray. That has good contrast. And it comes with your envelopes. You get everything that you need. Now you will need a card mat for these. And the way that you're going to load that, you're just going to place it. When you open this mat up, I wish I hadn't done it, but I did. It has a little paper insert on it, just like this. And it's folded up over the top and inside it. And then there is also a clear sticky sheet over the top to protect your stick, just like your other mats are sticky. You're just going to place that back of the card up under there, align it at the top, and fold that over and stick it down. Then it's ready to go. Now let's go over to Design Space and let's pick a design. I'm just going to go to Projects, and I'm going to go to Categories, and we're just going to look for something free for the Joy, just for this tutorial. And we're going to, let's pick something that's quick and simple. That's cute. How about this one? That one looks quick. And so once you're ready, you cannot customize these that are already set up. You're just going to hit Make It. And there is a way to write on the inside. I'll show you guys that here in just a second. And it's going to load up. And now we're going to select on a card mat because we have this on the card mat itself, okay? And it tells you at the top card mat. So we're going to select that one. And we're going to, oh, are you sure you want to proceed? Changing the material size. Oh, I didn't change the material size. Okay, so I'm just going to say yes. Oh, I did change it. There we go. You want to make sure that got your material size right, and then you're just going to press it in. Oh, let's hit continue, and then you're going to press it in. Connect my joy. It is connected. There we go. And we're going to go insert card stock, and I'm going to load that mat up. Is it going to take it? There it goes. Make sure it takes it. It aligned it, and now down here again there are no buttons, so you have to click on screen down here in the bottom right. We're going to click go, and it's going to begin cutting for us. And I'm doing this in real time, guys, just so you guys can see. The pins are different from the other pins. Everything that you use for your Explore machines fit your maker. Okay? Your adaptive tools for your maker do not fit into your Explore machines. Cricut Joy things do not fit any machine except the Joy. Your tools and pins and things like that from your other Cricut do not fit in this machine. You can see the barrels are different, they're shorter, and even the bases down here are different. So you want to make sure that you are not trying to use your other things into this machine. So now that it's finished, cut pretty quickly, and we're just going to click unload. It's going to give us our mat. And before I proceed, I'm just going to show you guys, if you're doing your pin, in our other machines, we press them down till they click. You don't do that with this. You just simply drop it in and close it. Don't press down. You don't want to break anything in the machine. So just so you know, no need to push it down till it clicks. You're just going to drop in your tools and you're going to close. Okay, and now we're just going to say finish here. And we're going to remove this from the mat. So I'm just going to lift up. Let's see if I have a spatula here. There it is. You're going to, just like with your other, you're just going to work it off of your mat. Don't want to tear anything. Just like you would your other mats. And then you're just going to slide that out. I've got a little hanger on there. There we go. Get that little piece off. There we go. Mine just hung on. There we go. Had a little place right there, but cut fine, not a problem. And you're going to clean your mat off just by scraping it off using your scraper, and then replace your plastic film back over it to protect it. Then you're going to take your insert. You can save your little pieces. You can use those on the insides and stuff like that. You're going to open it up and into the sides, and these are different shapes on different cards, guys. So you're just going to place the four corners in. Now this one is a dark insert, so any writing or anything you might have to do on this side, or use a light colored pen, chalk pens, things like that. Just regular pens that you're going to write with. You can place that heart in here somewhere if you want to that is cut out. So don't throw your little pieces away. Use them to decorate. But super quick, super simple, easy to do. You can even glue another insert over on this side to do your writing. So if you wanted to do the writing on there, you could put that on the mat and send that through the machine and write on it. On the other one, I'm not going to take the time to do that because I am rushed. Again, I apologize for being rushed because we had a death in the family yesterday, but you can just place this on the mat this way, put your writing in there, and have it write on it like that. You will have to align it up. Let me just show you that real quickly. My design space is going to give me a problem. Let me just close that out. I have tons of stuff running here, guys. Let me open that back up. here we go. So if I wanted to write on the inside of the card, I'm just going to select my text and then do a writing style. I'm going to type in the text that says, let's just say congrats. And say I wanted that to go inside the card. Of course, I'm going to need to size that up and get it the size that I want it, and then hit make it. And then I'm going to say that I am doing this you can do it on your pre-folded cards mat, I guess, or manually, or for any material. So I'm just going to say on mat for pre-folded cards. And then you're going to need to bring this in where you want it. We don't get a grid here. I'm going to say that that's this size. We don't get a grid here, so it's kind of a guessing game in getting this position. But I'm looking at the red line, and I'm assuming that this is my card, so I would want it to write right there. And then I can put my card back in there, loaded it back up on my card mat, and I'm just going to do it opposite by putting the top inside and lining that up and folding this over. And now when I put it in, it's going to write right here because there's nothing to cut. You can see right here on screen, it just says draw. So I don't have a light colored pen for this dark cardstock. I should have picked the lighter to show you guys. And then you're just going to load the mat up and let it write. But you can write on the inside of your cards that way, or you can always do another insert. Just do the insert, and then you can glue that in and have it written on there. So tons of things that you can do with these cards and the card mats. Your other mats are for your vinyl scraps. Any scraps that you have that are not on the smart vinyl, because these are set up with the area cut away. If you have scraps that you want to use, this is going to be perfect for using up your scraps. Put them on the mats. You can do the 12-inch mats as well. Put them on there, and then you'll be able to cut all of your iron-on and your vinyl scraps with this machine. Super quick and super easy. I do love the machine. Again, the only drawback that I found, my honest opinion, was that the iron-on material doesn't come in the 10 and 20 foot rolls like the vinyl. Other than that, I'm going to give it a 99% yay. And I'm taking off that 1% for not having the large vinyl. Iron-on. So if they come out with the iron-on, it's probably going to be pretty pricey. But you would only use that for projects like jogging pants down the side or sleeves and things like that. Usually your sleeves you can do on a 24-inch, but when you're going down the leg of a jogging pant, 24-inch usually just won't cut it. So maybe they'll do something with that, maybe not. But grab your joy, click the link below. As always, guys, if you use my links, I do earn a small commission. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for shopping with me and helping me support my group and YouTube channel. Give a thumbs up, a like, and make sure you share the video. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask. Come to the group and let us know. You have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.